The Australian Prime Minister changing pace and changing subjects completely. The Australian Prime Minister was set to meet with Donald Trump on the sidelines of the G7, but Trump left early. Joining me live is former Liberal MP Jason Falinski. Jason, thanks for coming in so early.
That was Albo in that car down the Spanish Steps.
Well, he stayed opposite the Spanish Steps a few years ago, and I just don't know how you could. Anyway. Oh, goodness gracious me. The Donald Trump no-show, how urgent is it that the PM gets a face-to-face with him?
It's now become urgent. So, who knew Albo would be better at building walls than Donald Trump, but he's built a wall between us and our most important ally. And there are now issues like AUKUS, tariffs, and they're all getting away from us because he's not being able to get a meeting and some FaceTime with the President of the United States.
But they are becoming unreliable, aren't they?
Well, everyone says
Well, he is.
Well, maybe he is, but the fact of the matter is everyone says that, but Trump has been remarkably consistent in what he says and does in global affairs. And regardless of that, we have some major competitive tensions in our region. We need all the friends we can get. There is, the United States still has the preeminent armed forces in the world and intelligence networks in the world. We need to be close to them, not moving away from them.
Where do you reckon AUKUS is going to end up? Do you think that this is just a new government having a look at deals that have been done?
The United States has real problems. The West has real problems. China now has the vast majority of manufacturing capability in the world. They are pumping out military hardware at a rate that the world has never seen since basically the 1930s. So the United States is having to jump up. Part of that is putting more nuclear submarines in the water. Where Australia fits into that and how we can get our subs at the same time is something they're genuinely looking at. What I think we'll end up with is the subs, definitely. Probably.
Because it's going to suit them as well.
Because it's going to suit them. It's also, we live in an interdependent world. So having a submarine base in Australia that can maintain nuclear submarines, USS Virginia class submarines, is critical to the United States global network. So it does suit them. But whether they're going to take 2 or 3 subs before they get to us, that's the critical question.
Now, the uncertainty around the Iran-Israel conflict continues. Fascinating to watch the internal dispute within the MAGA base. We saw the Tucker Carlson Cruz interview. It's all around whether the US should be involved and how much influence do you reckon that's going to have on the president?
Yeah, so Tucker Carlson has been actually quite unproductive in all of this. And some of the stuff...
He's got a big voice, though.
He's got a big voice over there that Trump, frankly, helped him get. But it is, frankly speaking, he's been arguing straw men. No one in the United States is arguing on putting troops in the ground, regime change, building a democratic society in Iran. What this military action has is a very specific purpose, and that is to stop Iran from gaining nuclear weapons. And I think there's very little doubt that the United States will use their B-2s to run a raid against the nuclear facilities in Fordow and set them back a few years. And I think that's good for humanity, and I think that's what we should want, quite frankly.
Domestically, here in Australia, the Jim Chalmers productivity plans?
Yeah. I mean, look, Australian productivity is incredibly important. It has fallen off a cliff. And the impact of that is inflation stayed higher for longer than it needed to. Real wages in Australia dropped by 12% over the last 3 years. If we cannot get productivity moving forward, then it's never going to work. But already we've seen, Tim, they talk about productivity, and for them that's about increasing taxes on different people. So it's not a serious agenda as it stands at the moment.
What about, look, your party, the Liberal Party, so much work needs to be done nationally and...
This cup needs to have alcohol in it.
It's too early for that. You've got to go to school hockey and just tick.
That's true.
John Pesutto, that whole drama, now he's avoided bankruptcy. What's your take? I know it's a finishing question. We don't have a stack of time, but what's your take?
Yeah, look, my take is that this is why we keep losing. We keep spending more time talking to ourselves about ourselves and not going out and talking to the Australian people and saying, we may be fewer in numbers, but we've got the vision and the principles and the values that are going to help you live a better life.
Yeah, well said. I hope you win at hockey.
So do I. Well, I'm not playing, but
I know.
Hope my team wins.
Your family connection. All right.